Hi, Pep. First of all, could you just update us on Erling Haaland's fitness and whether he is going to be available
I can't.
tomorrow?
We trained this afternoon, so I don't know. They didn't speak with the doctors and with him.
Are you expecting him to train?
I don't know. Yesterday told me that I feel much better than the day of the game, but I don't know.
On Saturday, you extended your record of winning every single home game during 2023. There's now only one English team that's ahead of you in that, and you need another two. What is the secret of winning all your games at home?
I don't know. I don't know. We don't think about that. We think about what's next game, how to try to win, being home away. But of course, we feel more comfortable to play with our people, the size, the locker room, and have a good experience in this stadium in the last years at home. That's why they give a lot of confidence. But every time you have to win it again and win it again. Sooner or later, going to lose a game at home or draw. So this is an exceptional situation.
Sam? Hi, Pep. We haven't spoken about him too much this season, but I wanted to ask about Josko Gvardiol, because he's 21 years old. He's come in, played a lot of games, played at Old Trafford, played at Arsenal. Seems like he's done really well. What do you think about how he's settled in?
Yeah, set up perfect. We knew that there was an incredible person that always, I said many times, is what we are looking for first. And he can play as a central defender. We decided to play on back four and play in the fullback, offensive, defensively. He's incredible, open-minded to listen, to try to see what we want to do. He's 21 years old. Yeah, really pleased. So behaved really well in every training session. He's incredible professional. So yeah, really pleased.
Is it harder to, I don't know if it's just playing for your team or City or generally, he's only 21, and to play in that position in defence, it's not so common, is it?
Yeah, I have experience already. I play a World Cup, European Cups, play in Leipzig for a few years, like play to win or be there, up there, won the 2 Pokals in Germany. So with that age, is a regular player for the national team from Croatia. So I have experience even for 21 years old.
Hi, Pep. You obviously got the chance to go through to the knockouts. If you win, it would be 11 straight seasons out of the group. Over that time, a lot of big English clubs haven't even qualified for the tournament, let alone get out of the groups. What does that say about your consistency and how have you been able to do it?
Incredible. Tomorrow we have to try to do it, to finish. Of course, I do have 2 more opportunities, but when you have the chance to finish and qualify already for the February, for the next stage, and it means a lot for the club. The start from Roberto Mancini's side and after Manuel Pellegrini, so many years being qualified is so success for the club. Being there is a success, and after time to qualify is really, really good. Try to be calm and prepare well the game, because I review the game and we struggle after 1-1. We struggle a lot. It's a game where they make a really good transitions, create problems in behind, and every time we lose the ball inside our position, they make a real counter-attacks. They link really well with the strikers, so we have to adjust some things because we didn't do well in the first game, and hopefully we can finish the job.
Pep, there's obviously been more controversy around VAR and the officiating in the Premier League at the weekend, and your former assistant was upset. Do you yourself notice a big difference between what you encounter in the Premier League and what you encounter in the Champions League from an officiating point of view?
Well, maybe it's a little bit different. For example, the handball is different, the law. Yeah, a few things. But I don't know. I think, I don't know. I had the feeling in every country is a little bit confusion about many things, but I don't know, the emotion after the game is difficult for the managers right after when finish the game being here and talk about the feelings are so high, and yeah, it's difficult to handle it. Me, I'm talking for myself. I'm not talking for Mikel or for any other manager. I'm talking for myself, so it's not easy. Yeah, hopefully we can, they they decide that we cannot talk with the fourth officials, we cannot do anything, and and the situation is quite similar. Last season didn't change much.
Do you think it's at the worst point? And you've been here 7 years. Is this the worst you've seen it?
I don't know. I don't remember in the past. Always have been a little bit, problems to solve. I don't know. It's so sensitive issue right now, honestly. What happened in many games. It's difficult for the referees too, for everyone, so for us ourselves. So I don't know. Honestly, I don't have a clear opinion because I don't know where I am in that position right now.
Stance on that, please, Dave.
Hi, Pep. You talked after the Bournemouth game about players not in the starting lineup being angry if they're not in the team. Do you have an angry changing room at the moment?
No. The mood in the team is the best I remember for many, many years. For many, many years, I didn't have an incredible, lovely people, and everyone make a support. So the amount of sadness for don't play is completely understandable. But it's really good. It's a joy to be manager of this group of players.
Should you win tomorrow, obviously, like we're saying, qualification guaranteed. Does that mean you can rotate a little bit more in the rest of the competition? Is that what you're aiming to do?
No, because after we had to qualify, Leipzig won against Red Star away, so we are not first. We wanted to try to finish, first to have the chance to the second game to play at home. That definitely is better. And it's one game at a time. So tomorrow have young boys try to do what you have to do, and after we go to London against Chelsea, and game by game. So of course we have one or two chances. If tomorrow's not going well to qualify, but if we can do it tomorrow in front of our people, we have to do it.
Hey, Pep, you said on Saturday that you want Doku to be able to perform as he does on the left-hand side, on the right-hand side. Do you envisage that being where you want to play him long-term on the right-hand side?
No. I'm not planning that. I know he can do it. For example, you remember when it was a game, an action in the Young Boys that Jeremy make a Mateus pass runs in behind and cross in front, and Erling arrived in the second post and miss it. When you play right and right, always is good. You have a benefit. We play long end with Raheem and Leroy, right and left, and we had we're incredible weapons. We make the pitch big and in that positions. It's just so far, Jeremy in the left side have been wow. Right, left, and the right. I saw it in the second half against Young Boys. In the first half, it was a little bit more difficult, and you have to use. He's so young, 21, and for his football, his development, and his ability, for the skills, using both sides and play good in both sides, that is not easy. I don't think many wingers can play in both sides. He will add to his game a next step, next level. Even in the future, maybe he can play inside. When able to receive the ball in this position and attack central defenders in this position, will be a better player. And I will love it. I will love it in the next years. He can get that step, that he will be a better player.
The reason I ask, if he played on the right and maybe Grealish played on the left like they did in Switzerland last week, you've got a lot of central midfielders there fighting for two spots. Foden, Silva, Kovacic, Nunez, Alvarez.
Yeah, but there are 1,000 million games. And Jeremy cannot play all the games, Jack cannot play the games, Phil last game didn't play. Maybe tomorrow players and maybe they will not play, I don't know. So I want to be very involved. When they behave in that way between them and be performing that they are performing, I try to rotate, especially in that period of time. Always I've done it. Get them fresh, they have to feel, I have to play good, otherwise I'm not a fan to be 11 players all the time playing the same guys. Otherwise, the other ones are so difficult to maintain the stimulation, the mood to continue to be here.
Martin down there, please, Dave.
Hi, Pep. With Erling, with Chelsea coming up on Sunday, will there be a sort of temptation to rest him anyway tomorrow night?
Tomorrow I will training. I will listen to the doctors himself, and he's said, "I'm ready. I don't have pain. I will consider it to let him play." Because it's Tuesday to Sunday, there are a lot of games to recover. It's not Wednesday, Thursday at 2:30, for example. It's completely different.
And if he can't make it, then Julian Alvarez maybe pushes up. What a
normally,
great season
right now, if Erling don't play, Julian is going to play there. Yeah, definitely.
He's having a great season, though. Julian is a sort of number 2.
Quite good.
Do you like him in the centre forward role as well?
Yeah, I think he feels comfortable playing behind striker, move a little bit in the, arriving at surprises positions. But he can play in both, so I'm really pleased.
Hi, Pep. Apologize for the voice. This weekend we had the last...
Nights are tough in Manchester. Huh? Libertadores? Yeah. Celebrate Fluminense. No.
Did you watch the goals at least or something?
What?
On the final.
I didn't see anything.
It's the last participant of the Club World Cup. So now you have the full participants in December. What's the importance of these competitions for you? I know it's a month away, but is it more like one more competition in a busy calendar, or an opportunity to win something you never won before?
I won before, yeah, of course. It's a trophy that never we were there, because to be there you had to win the Champions League. It's the first time we've done it, so of course I think at the feeling the players will be ready. But they have the 2 games. From my experience, I've been 3 times there before. The first game is so tricky. People talking the final, and the rest. I struggle, especially in Barcelona, the first 2 times that was not easy to do it. The first against Argentina team was so difficult. We won in 92 to go extra time, and one after that. The second one against Santos was better. We played really good. So we'll go there, we'll prepare, because I know for us is a dream. When the club didn't have that trophy, and how difficult it is to play this competition, have to win Libertadores, or have to win in Asia, or have to win the Champions League. So, and I had the feeling that the players sometimes talk about that in the locker room. I know they will be ready to add his prestigious careers and something that they don't have.
Last one down here, please, guys.
Yes, hello, Pep. Was there something that in the game in Bruyne impressed you so much in the way that young boys started the game, played the game, that perhaps had an influence on the approach of game 2? And did you see Mesha Kalia's goal on Saturday, and were you impressed by that?
Well, I'm pretty sure my colleague, I've seen the game, he will adjust something like we have to adjust. When you play the same opponent, the 3rd or 4th game at Champions League in a short time is be careful for the team we won, because you can confuse or misunderstand really what really happened. And they start really well. We have a more or less control, and the pitch was difficult in some moments for them as well, because they lose some balls that with another surface will be easier for them. I have a good impression when I played there. That's why I was really pleased with the team, because I never undermine the opponents in the Champions League when the people say I have a lot of respect, and you have to adjust something like they didn't like I said before, and hopefully we can have the right energy. Normally at home in Champions League we behave well at home. We have some good rhythm, spirit, and tone, and hopefully tomorrow we can do it and be patient. They link really well with the strikers. We struggle to win the second balls. They link really well, because they are narrow, the wingers, and after they put a lot of players and good runners. Elia creates a problem, it's a part of the goal. The movements are there. They are tall strikers that they can link, and it's difficult to beat them in that positions. And after, realize if they adjust something, comparing the first, second game, have to adapt quick. What they have to do, what will be our space, man frees, to make our process, and after that, be aggressive in the final third. The second half was much better. Jack and Jeremy were more aggressive than the first half. Was a little bit, have the ball, but they were not with the intention to attack. Second half, Mateo always attacked space much better than the first half. Mateo was really good doing this. yeah, so when you have the chance to qualify for the Champions League again in February, you have to take it. You have to take it, yes or yes.
Thank you, guys.
Sorry? No, I didn't watch the last game. I have tomorrow morning time. If they do something different or something like that, I didn't see it. We are so busy here.
Thank you, guys.
Is that?
Hi, Rico. I was looking back, it was just under 12 months since you played on that pitch against Girona in a post-World Cup warm-up for the start of the season, and you were just making a breakthrough then. Do you feel a different person and a different player in the 12 months that you've grown into a first-team player at Manchester City?
Well, I'd say in terms of being a person, I'd probably say I'm the same. But in terms of a player, I'm in and around the best manager, the best players in the world. So it's almost impossible to not develop as a player. Whether you're playing or not, training every day with the best people, you're gonna develop yourself.
When you first went into the dressing room, obviously you're aware of all these players. You look up to them. What's it like as a youngster being in that dressing room? There's people like De Bruyne or Haaland or whoever in there. How easy is it to get used to being their teammate?
I think at first it's very difficult. You get very starstruck, and you go from watching them on TV to be sat next to them in the changing room. It's quite amazing. But I think after a while, you get to speak to them, and they're just normal people, just like everyone else, and they're really good people as well. So for me, they've been so welcoming. So it's been so easy and a pretty easy transition to becoming from someone who I just watched on TV to someone I can speak to.
Hi, Rico. After the Leipzig game a few weeks ago, Pep said you were one of the best young players he's ever trained. How does a compliment like that make you feel coming from somebody like Pep?
Obviously, it's quite difficult to, comprehend that someone like that is saying something about yourself, especially for me, who I've watched all of Pep's teams growing up and the players that he's worked with. Obviously, it's an amazing comment, but for me, I've just got to carry on doing what I can do and, playing the best I can do in every game.
It's been such an amazing sort of first season for you. What have you done with all your medals?
No, they're just hung up on the side of my wardrobe, so I need to find a better place for them. But I always, when anyone comes around, they always want to see them, so I just keep them up.
You must have sort of so many mementos from that first season. Obviously, the medals. Is there anything else you've kept?
Obviously, we've got the miniature trophies from all the trophies he's won, so I've got them up now. But I think main stuff is just the shirts, like scoring my first goal and stuff like that. All the shirts I've got, I've kept a shirt for every kit we wore. But anything that I could hold on to, I'll hold on to that first season for probably the rest of my life.
And it feels like quite a lot of teams, when they come up against City and you're in the team, they sort of target you and try and get at you. Are you used to that? Do you enjoy that?
I think that's what just comes with being a younger player. I think it happens to a lot of players where they see a younger player and it's an easier target for them, and it's a way to get into another player's head. But for me, you can take it as a compliment, and it can't really affect your game. I've just got to carry on playing how I know I need to play.
Do you use that to your advantage, or do you shut it out?
Like I said, I can take it as a compliment, but it doesn't really affect how I play. I just, I understand it's going to happen, and I accept it's going to happen before the game, but I just carry on playing as like I said, how I want to play and shut it out.
Hi, Rico. Going back to the last year in your time playing more often, is there one thing in particular that you've learned, or what's the biggest thing that you've had to learn in that time?
I think it's hard to say one thing in particular. I think there's so many things I've learned from, whether that's from Pep or from any of the players. I think it's more just keeping focus 100% time in the game, because comparing men's football to academy football, you can be punished very easily for minor mistakes in men's football. I'd say just keeping a laser focus and also having confidence within yourself to do what you can and you can do in games.
Are there any players in particular? I guess they've all been good, but are there any in particular that have been really good with you from day one, really?
Yeah, I think definitely Kyle. Obviously, when I came in, I was always playing fullback, and whenever we were in a tactical, I was always stood next to him. So, he was always giving me little pointers here and there, and I think that's what helped me a lot. I don't really need much information or too much at once. It was just like little things that he saw that can improve me, and I can take anything on board from him. It's one of the best fullbacks to ever play in the Premier League, So it's again another thing that I'm going to always continue to learn.
How's Carl been as a captain? Has he taken on more responsibility, or is he just the same as he always was?
I think he's always been a captain, whether that's with the armband or without. But I think definitely this year he's taken more on his shoulders, and you can see in the way he plays he's got so much passion anyway that he fits the role. So I think it was a no-brainer that he was going to be captain this year, him or Kevin. But I think most players in the team have that kind of leadership that anyone could be the captain.
Thanks.
Yeah, so.
To Rob, please. Either.
When you were looking at the steps that you had to make to get into the first team, from youth team to 21s and then training with the first team and into the first team, has it all happened a bit quicker perhaps than you expected?
Yeah, it was definitely a shock. I think from when I was 16, I was training with, you come up and you help train with the first team, you do the tactical sessions and you're kind of like a mannequin for them. And I think even that in itself, it's very special to everyone. You get a chance to see what, the elite players are doing. And I think spiralling from that, I've had so many opportunities to train with them, and then obviously I've been very fortunate to go on pre-season tour with them, and from there on it was just amazing to see how quickly it all folds out. And it's not really like someone comes up to you and says, "Oh, now you're with the first team." It's more just like it's a natural thing. And from the pre-season tour onwards, it was more just like focusing on myself and staying there, and doing the best I can every week to stay there.
Rico, obviously, as you've discussed, it's been a speedy rise and an outstanding 12 months. If you can, maintain this form and have another great season with City, have you got sort of some hope you might possibly be able to force your way into the England reckoning for the Euros next summer?
Obviously, it's a dream that every player will want to play at a big tournament for their team, but for the country even. But I'm just focusing on whatever I can do to better myself, and if that comes with it, it comes with it. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's not something I'm focusing on. I'm just trying to focus on, the things that I can improve on in myself. There's so many things that I can get better at. So I think first of all, I need to focus on myself.
Yeah, and I mean, you've obviously got a bunch of England players in that City team. You ever asked them your question about it? What it's
of
like?
Course. I always, when they come back from international break, I'll ask them what it's like. How is it different to here? Any sort of information I can get from it, I will do, because it'll, give me an idea of what needs to be done to get there. But like I said, for now, I just need to focus on what I can do, and if that involves me going there or doesn't go in there, it doesn't really matter. I just need to get better.
Cheers, thank you.
All good. Oh, sorry, Anton. Yeah.
Hi, Rico.
Okay.
Look, we talked about obviously the last 12 months being a bit of a whirlwind, but with everything you've achieved, you've actually had a chance to take it in and sort of enjoy it and the magnitude of it all.
Probably not as much as I'd expect to, but I think that's what comes with football. Every season there's more trophies to win, and I don't think you really get time to stop and think about last season, because you're in the new season already. Like it feels like yesterday that we were playing last season in the final, and we're already here like 10 games into the season and stuff like that. So I think with football it moves so quickly, if you stop you'll get left behind. So I think the main thing for me is just enjoying what's happened last season, but now focusing on what I can do better and improving for this season and all the seasons to come.
When was the first time you kind of realised, wow, I'm famous, my life's different now?
I don't know, probably not a direct point, but just when like going to the co-op or going to Tesco and I've got to take a picture of someone, something like that, when I'm trying to shop for food. And I think obviously it's for me, I don't mind it, because it's, you dream of being a footballer and that's what comes with it. So but that's probably enjoying
that side of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.